Urine can keep you alive, but you got to be really on the edge. And definitely, unless your life is on the line, don't do it.
Welcome to Defend Yourself. Today's contestant is adventure expert Bear Grylls. Let's get to it. Which heartthrob would you rather adventure with? Nick Jonas or Zac Efron?
Nick Jonas would be fun. I've kept in touch with him and always a fan of his, yeah.
Defend.
Oh, it's really hard. These sort of questions are really hard because they're such good guys, and especially both of those two, especially, Zac, I'll always be grateful. I think he was one of our earlier shows, and such a fun guy, determined, focused, tried to teach me to dance. He failed at that one because I'm pretty unteachable with my two left feet. Nick Jonas, he had a tough journey. He had to get in the ice, swim across this frozen lake, and we'd had a really cold night out as it was, and end up eating sort of some half-dead bird. And I don't know, I look back and I think both of those guys, respect.
Which Sex and the City character could survive the wild? Carrie or Miranda?
I'm never quite sure who is who, but I do know I've taken Courtney Cox into the wild before, and she was in Friends, wasn't she?
Defend Courtney Cox.
Oh, is that Friends? That's not Sex and the City. I always get so confused. Anyway, Courtney Cox, a great survivor, and when it comes down to Miranda, or who's the other one?
Your interactive movie, Animals on the Loose, a You versus Wild, allows viewers to choose your fate. Which former guest would you rather have calling your shots IRL? President Barack Obama or people's sexiest man alive, Michael B. Jordan?
Hey, both tough, resilient people. Well, Michael B. Jordan, what a cool guy, and he had a really tough journey with us on Running Wild, and I've learned he is one tough guy. I think President Obama was very kind of considered and smart, and ultimately on You versus Wild, my fate is in whoever's holding that remote control, so I'd probably go, President, keep me alive.
Which is harder to navigate, a South African safari reserve or a busy IKEA?
So tough as IKEA is, I'm definitely going to say the African one is harder.
Defend.
Whatever the terrain, you've got to approach it in the same way. Be prepared, have a backup plan. That's important. In terms of IKEA, know your escape routes. I think I've learned from experience through You versus Wild, through this movie. Those animals can be wild in Africa, and never get complacent.
Would you rather double date with Barack and Michelle or Meghan and Harry?
I think Meghan and Harry would be pretty fun to hang out with. I'm a big fan of Prince Harry. I think he's especially with the UK military link and all the great stuff he's done there. And I think his story is one that's so interesting, and he's had so many battles. And so I'm a big fan of those guys, and I think it hasn't all been easy, but yeah, they'll be pretty interesting to hang out with.
Who works hardest, Kris Jenner or Tom Brady?
Gosh, I think they both had some battles, and they're both resilient people. I'm a big fan of Tom's, especially the Super Bowl. I'd be cheering for him, and I think he'd be a great person to have beside you in a crisis.
If your life depended on it, which quarantine trend could you master to survive? Baking the perfect sourdough loaf or making a viral TikTok?
I'm pretty bad at TikToks. I'm pretty bad at baking as well. Take your pick. I think at least with the sourdough, you've got something at the end of it you can actually survive on. So I'd probably go for the sourdough.
You've had to drink your own urine before. Which would you rather drink? Warm Bud Light or your own urine?
Warm Bud Light. Yeah, I mean, not urine can keep you alive, but you got to be really on the edge, and definitely, unless your life is on the line, don't do it. Bud Light, on the other hand, warm. That's okay. We're Brits, we're used to warm beer.
This one is maybe just for me, but natural deodorant. Does it work or does it not work at all?
Well, it depends what is the natural deodorant. I mean, in the wild, there's so many things you can use. We're always using like pebbles and grit and water for exfoliating, and then smear a bunch of, leaves on to give you a bit of a smell. And so I like anything natural. I like cleaning my teeth. So I'm out there with a bit of charcoal on your finger, makes all your teeth go black, but kills all the bacteria. So I'm a big one for the natural route. Maybe not always at home, but certainly out in the wild. I have defended myself for sure. Make sure you check out Netflix, You vs. Wild, our interactive movie.
Well, the verdict is in. But what do you think? Does natural deodorant work for you? If so, are you even human? Do you have sweat glands? Is this just a me thing, or am I brave enough to finally say something? Hello?